The racing world is buzzing. McLaren's stunning display in Singapore has left fans and competitors alike in disbelief. But this isn't just another victory story, it's a tale of daring maneuvers, controversy, and a brewing rivalry that threatens to shake Formula One to its core. Just when you thought the season had shown its full hand, McLaren's newest trick on the track is leaving Red Bull furious and demanding answers. As the race cars thundered through the Marina Bay circuit, everyone noticed something odd and almost unexplainable burst of speed from McLaren, particularly when cornering. Is this the key to their success? Or is there something more at play, hidden beneath the surface? Norris, with nerves of steel, pushed his car to the very limits, nearly kissing the walls of the track as he maneuvered with impeccable skill. Yet, as the dust settled, rumors began to circulate. Red Bull hinted at a possible infringement, targeting the legitimacy of a mysterious component on McLaren's MCL38. As the saga unfolds, one pressing question looms: has McLaren found a loophole that could tip the balance in this heated championship battle? McLaren's stunning performance in Singapore, led by the unstoppable Norris, captured the world's attention. He nearly ended his race on several occasions, brushing perilously close to the barriers, but held his nerve to snatch a commanding win. While fans celebrated, behind the scenes, Red Bull was already plotting its next move. They're not just impressed, they're suspicious. They believe McLaren's dominance could be tied to a potentially controversial feature of the MCL38. In the upcoming weeks, Red Bull plans to contest the legality of yet another aspect of McLaren's car. It's not just a matter of different rear-wing choices between Baku and Singapore, it's the way Norris dominated that set alarm bells ringing. Some even draw comparisons to legendary races from the past. But the burning question remains: is McLaren's front wing the real game-changer? And can the FIA step in before it's too late? Since Miami, McLaren has been the team to beat. Their car's incredible speed has left competitors in the dust, with the MCL38 emerging victorious time and again. Despite this, the points gap between Norris and Verstappen remains the same as it was in Miami, just 52 points. But with 6 races and 3 sprint events left, this championship is far from over. Every race is becoming more intense, as drivers like Piastri and Lando Norris himself push their limits to stay ahead of the pack. In recent races, McLaren's front wing has become a focal point of controversy. Red Bull, gearing up for Austin's race in 4 weeks, believes this part may hold the secret to McLaren's success. Their engineers have crafted a flexible wing that changes shape under pressure, adjusting its flap angle to give just the right downforce in both sharp and fast corners. This allows the MCL38 to handle tight tracks with incredible agility. This innovation hasn't gone unnoticed. Red Bull, already upset over past disputes with McLaren, is now targeting the front wing, questioning its legality. Helmut Marko openly admits Red Bull initially protested the rear wing but is now shifting focus. The front wing, he claims, gives them an unfair edge. Red Bull has urged the FIA to clarify if McLaren's front wing is within regulations. Christian Horner, the team principal, has been vocal: if it's allowed, will follow suit. The battle is heating up, with tensions rising as the Austin race approaches. The debate now hinges on whether the FIA will take action against McLaren's front wing. McLaren's latest victory with the MCL38 in Singapore has only intensified these discussions. With 6 races and 3 sprint events left, every second counts. Norris' recent win showcased how crucial high downforce setups can be, raising concerns among rival teams. Red Bull has already protested McLaren's rear wing, but now they're focusing on this new aerodynamic advantage. Christian Horner stressed the need for clear direction from the FIA. It's about what's legal and what isn't, he remarked. If the FIA declares the wing acceptable, it may force other teams to adopt similar designs. The front wing's flexibility, which deforms perfectly in corners, has given McLaren a distinct edge. Despite Red Bull's protests, the FIA has maintained that the wing is within regulations. Will this stance hold as the season progresses, or will further inspections change the game? Norris's victory in Singapore showed that McLaren's MCL38 is a force to be reckoned with. The car's design, particularly the flexible front wing, gave him an edge in tight corners and allowed him to open up a significant gap over rivals. Even with 6 races and 3 sprint events to go, the fight for the championship is anything but decided. Lando Norris's impressive form has put him in direct contention with the likes of Verstappen. Despite the points gap staying the same since Miami, the recent races have been more competitive than ever. With teams like Red Bull focusing on upgrades, the pressure is mounting. The next race in Austin could be a turning point. Red Bull is preparing a protest, pushing the FIA to investigate McLaren's front wing further. If the ruling goes in their favor, it could change the balance of power. However, McLaren remains confident that their design is fully compliant, setting up a thrilling showdown in the coming weeks. As the championship race heats up, the rivalry between McLaren and Red Bull has reached a boiling point. Each team is determined to outmaneuver the other, and the tension is palpable. Norris's consistent performance has made him a formidable contender, leaving his competitors scrambling to keep pace. The excitement builds as Austin approaches, with both teams eager to showcase their latest upgrades. Red Bull is keen on exploiting any perceived loopholes, but McLaren is standing firm in their belief that their innovations are within the rules. Marco's comments reveal a sense of urgency in Red Bull. Our deficit is alarming, he stated, emphasizing the need for more performance to combat Norris's momentum. Norris's triumph in Singapore was not just a win, it was a statement. The young driver proved that he can capitalize on McLaren's technological advancements. As both teams gear up for the Austin race, it's clear that the championship battle is about to escalate, and every move could prove crucial. With the race in Austin fast approaching, the stakes couldn't be higher. Teams are making last-minute adjustments and preparing their strategies for what could be a pivotal moment in the championship. For McLaren, the focus is on maintaining their competitive edge, while Red Bull seeks to challenge their front wing's legality. The buzz in the paddock is electric. Will Red Bull's protests bear fruit? Will the FIA impose any changes that could shift the dynamic? These questions loom large as both teams strategize. Norris has emerged as the face of McLaren's resurgence, but he knows that each race is a new challenge. As drivers fine-tune their skills and teams finalize their setups, every detail matters. Norris's ability to adapt to the car's demands will be crucial, especially with the potential for weather changes in Austin. Meanwhile, Verstappen and his team are determined to close the gap. The tension between the two teams is thick, and the countdown to the race has everyone on edge. As race day in Austin draws near, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation. Teams are on high alert, monitoring each other closely, aware that every minor adjustment could change the race's outcome. The tension is particularly high between McLaren and Red Bull, both eager to claim victory and solidify their positions in the championship standings. In the days leading up to the race, discussions about the front wing continue to swirl. Red Bull remains vocal about their concerns, insisting that McLaren's design could give them an unfair advantage. Meanwhile, McLaren stands resolute, believing their innovations are well within FIA regulations. The uncertainty adds a layer of drama to the race weekend, with fans and analysts speculating about potential outcomes. Norris is under pressure to perform, not just for himself but for the entire McLaren team. He knows that with each passing race, the competition becomes fiercer. As practice sessions begin, all eyes are on both teams, eagerly awaiting any signs of weaknesses or breakthroughs. The stage is set for an unforgettable showdown. Race day has finally arrived in Austin, and the excitement is palpable. Fans fill the grandstands, eagerly awaiting the roar of engines and the thrill of competition. The atmosphere is electric, with the tension between McLaren and Red Bull reaching its peak. Norris is prepared to defend his title as the dominant force, while Verstappen is equally determined to reclaim his position at the top. As the cars line up on the grid, strategy becomes key. McLaren's engineers are confident in their setup, particularly the performance of the front wing. Red Bull, meanwhile, is ready to unleash their latest upgrades, hoping to gain an edge over their rivals. The stakes are high, and every driver knows that this race could alter the course of the championship. The lights go out, and the race begins with a thunderous start. Norris quickly establishes himself at the front, showcasing the McLaren 3.8's impressive handling. Red Bull is right on his tail, determined not to let him escape. The battle for position intensifies as the drivers navigate the challenging circuit, each corner bringing new opportunities and risks. As the laps progress, the intensity of the race in Austin escalates. Norris skillfully maneuvers his McLaren 3.8, using the car's aerodynamic advantages to maintain his lead. The crowd erupts as he pulls ahead, showcasing the performance that has made McLaren a formidable contender this season. However, Red Bull isn't backing down. Verstappen and his team are in hot pursuit, utilizing their new upgrades to try and close the gap. Tensions rise as they approach a critical moment in the race. Norris expertly navigates the corners, but Red Bull's pace is undeniable. The strategies unfold, with both teams employing different tactics. McLaren's focus on downforce seems to be paying off, allowing Norris to handle the tighter turns with ease, while Red Bull is relying on sheer speed. As they head into the final stages of the race, the pressure mounts. Norris is acutely aware of Verstappen's presence behind him. Every corner counts, and one mistake could cost him the lead. The rivalry between these two teams is more than just a championship battle. It's a clash of engineering prowess and driver skill, unfolding live before thousands of eager fans. As the final laps approach, the tension in Austin reaches a fever pitch. Norris, adrenaline coursing through his veins, knows he's on the brink of securing yet another monumental victory for McLaren. The roar of the crowd becomes a symphony of support, fueling his determination as he expertly maneuvers his MCL 3.8 around the circuit. Each corner feels like a battleground, and he understands the weight of this moment. However, Verstappen is relentless, a shadow looming behind him, eager to capitalize on any mistake. As they dive into the final laps, the atmosphere becomes electric. Norris remains focused, relying on his skill and the aerodynamic advantages of his car. The front wing, a subject of heated debate, is performing flawlessly, giving him the edge he needs in critical corners. But Verstappen is not to be underestimated. He's been pushing hard, searching for every opportunity to overtake. In a heart-stopping moment, he closes the gap, attempting to slipstream past Norris on the straight. The tension builds as both drivers enter a pivotal corner. Verstappen makes a daring move, inching closer, but Norris holds his ground, expertly defending his position. The crowd erupts as they witness this fierce battle, a thrilling display of talent and engineering. Each driver is pushing their limits, showcasing their skills while battling not just each other but the very essence of racing itself. As the celebration begins, Red Bull is left to ponder their next steps. The legality of the front wing has become a pressing issue, and the team is determined to pursue this matter further. As they gather their thoughts in the aftermath of the race, one thing is clear: the rivalry between McLaren and Red Bull has only just begun. As the dust settles in Austin, one question looms large: what will the future hold for both teams as they navigate this intense rivalry? Will McLaren continue to assert their dominance, or will Red Bull find a way to regain the upper hand? The championship is far from over, and the next race promises to be just as thrilling. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.